Despite their early history of mechanical failures, the Panthers were devastating in combat. During their first major operational deployment, despite accounting for less than 7% of Germany's armoured forces, managed to destroy over 250 Soviet vehicles. It was one of the highest kill ratios of the war. The Battle of Kursk, one of the biggest armoured engagements in human history. More than 10,000 Soviet and German tanks vied for superiority just 300 kilometers away from Moscow. However, their delayed deployment and the dwindling German military resources meant that the Allies had time to develop countermeasures. Countermeasures that consign the Panther and its masters to the pages of history forever. They outnumbered the German forces heavily, and while they would lose 5 armoured vehicles for every German tank they destroyed, it was not a price that the German military could afford. The Soviets started fitting their own IS-2 tanks with more powerful guns. IS-2 tank shells could punch through the Panther's armour from 1,000 metres. In comparison, a Panther tank would have to get within 600 metres to penetrate the IS-2's armour. The battle started with 184 operational Panthers. After 2 days, the number was down to just 40. German forces retreated. They did everything they could to impede the progress of the Soviets behind them. On the Western Front, German military forces were to fare little better. American and British engineers had studied the Panthers as well, fitting their tanks with high-velocity rounds. Berlin and the German regime fell to the Allied forces soon after. The Panther was outfought and eventually outgunned. But with its maneuverability and anti-tank weapons, it was one of the fathers of modern-day tank design. Its dark legacy remains with us to this day.